home and just want to say something real quick. If you have been following my vlog for the past few weeks, you probably have realized by now that my life is mostly about going to the gym, then going back to meetings, then looking at the charts, then reading books, and the whole entire process repeat again and again and again and again. It is supposed to be boring. It is not the kind of lifestyle where you can look at the charts 5 minutes a day and then the rest of the day you spend it hanging around the beach. You need to constantly put in the work to study your charts. You need to constantly put in the work to research. You need to constantly learn from mentors, talk to successful people. Nowadays I'm doing a lot of 1 hour at the gym, then 1 hour at the swimming pool. You know, it's not some relaxed lifestyle, you know, because I used to be a competitive swimmer, now I still am, so a lot of times people swim for casual, I swim to torture myself. So hey guys, just done with gym and right now need to get some work done. You know, sometimes even if I work in the weekends, there's still not enough time to. But you know what, if you love what you do, it's not even work because you'll be enjoying the whole entire process anyway. You need to work more than 12 hours a day. The only time where I get to relax beside the pool is only after I did a very intense workout. In fact, I don't relax much nowadays because personally I'm really passionate about what I'm doing, so I don't really need a lot of time to relax. So that's why it's so important to pursue what you love. Most traders, they start off for the first 3 months really excited. After the next 3 months, they're gonna quit because they can't see the money coming in. Now here's the thing, although I graduated with a finance degree from Singapore, I'm not any smarter or more talented than you. In fact, there are a lot of people who get more A's in school than I do. The only difference between me and other people is that when I lose money in my first 2 years of trading, I just never quit. I just learn from my mistakes and move on. I'm here to tell you that trading can be stressful sometimes. And on some days, especially those days when you don't make money, which is going to happen because I don't win every single trade. But here's the good news, if you are willing to put in the work, just like any industry that you pursue in life, you can become successful at it. There's no such thing as a get rich quick scheme. So never ever believe when somebody tell you that you can earn $1 million just by learning Forex for 3 months. If you can find that kind of program, I also want to join. Please tell me, email me. Personally, it took me many years before I become consistently profitable. Alright, with that, keep at it, work hard, and eventually you'll achieve your trading dreams. Life is so much more than sitting in front of a computer from 9 AM to 5 PM monitoring your charts. And when I put in a trade, I don't sit in front of a computer and monitor it second by second by second. Because here's the thing, the more you sit in front of a computer, the more your emotions is going to affect your trading. So it's very important to strike a balance between being off screen and also being in front of the screen. So this morning I went for swim training. My muscles right now, like biceps and triceps, really painful. You know, even when it comes to trading, you need to be willing to do what the 90% of the traders are not willing to do, so that you can eventually achieve the results that the top 10% have. came home. So this week was a week where I needed a lot of discipline and a lot of patience, because you know there are those days where you just watch the chart every single day, but then there's not a single freaking trade, and sometimes that can get really frustrating. You'll be like, you know, why am I sitting in front of a computer and not trading, you know? And that's how a lot of people force a trade and get killed. And there are some people, they tend to, you know, ask me, you know, Karen, how come I spend all these hours studying my chart, but then I'm not seeing any fast and quick results? And that's supposed to be the way when it comes to trading. A lot of people think that, oh, I just need to spend like 1 to 2 weeks, you know, studying this system, and I can be a millionaire like next month. But I'm here to tell you that when it comes to becoming a successful trader, sometimes it's going to take years of practice, of learning how to manage your risk, of learning how to manage your psychology. So I know that sometimes when you're working on something worthwhile, you feel overwhelmed at times. But here's the thing, if you're not feeling overwhelmed, sometimes it might mean that you're not working hard enough. So when you're feeling overwhelmed, very important to just take a half-day break, and then after that you can continue working on whatever it is that you're working on. So be willing to put in the 1 to 2 hours to work towards your goals during the weekends, because 1 to 2 hours in 1 week can add up to more than 100 hours in 1 year. For a lot of people in their 20s, they will spend it on shopping, movies, and then going out partying, but I haven't been shopping for a very long time. In fact, one whole entire year, I only spent about, in total, 10 hours going to shopping, because only when my mom tells me to go shopping, then I would go accompany her. But other than that, if you had to tell me to go alone or with friends, I wouldn't be going, because I feel that it is a complete waste of time. Actually made 2 trades this week. One is a winning trade and one is a losing trade. My risk management has improved a lot since I first started out in probably around 2011. 2011 is the year I started trading. In the first 2 years of trading, normally what happened was that my losses would be always bigger than my winning trades. But right now I've come to the point that every single time when I make a loss, my next winning trade would eventually cover up the loss that I have. So how do you do that? Basically is to work on your risk management plan. Work on your drawdown, work on your stop loss, work on your lot size. This is where risk management comes in. You can have the best system in the world, but if you do not have a good risk management plan, then your system is literally useless to begin with. In fact, a lot of times, risk management is actually more important than having a good system.